Guys, I am back in drawdown. What is up, guys? It's James and I am back with another video. If you didn't know already, I got myself out of drawdown on my XFAs with Top Step, and unfortunately I am back in drawdown. I took 2 trades today and one break even, one took a loss, and I'm currently about $1,000 into drawdown, so I have $1,000 more left to play with. I kind of just want to go over the loss today that I took, go over the 2 trades that I took, and kind of just want to learn from my mistakes. You know, I've been in this position before where I've been in drawdown and I know I can get out of it. I don't want self-doubt to creep up on me. I know I'm capable of getting myself out of drawdown, and the best thing to do when taking a loss is always journaling your losses and reflecting on why you lost and your emotions during a loss. So that is exactly what I did. I journaled my trade, and I'm not gonna lie, I took the trade because I FOMO'd in, and it wasn't an A+ setup. I was kind of chasing price and trying to just getting FOMOing in and getting greedy. So yeah, I kind of want to just go over the trades I took today and kind of just learn from my mistakes. All right, so here's my charts. These are kind of what I took today. These are my 2 trades. We did have CPI today, so we had CPI at 5:30 Pacific time. So I didn't trade, I waited till market open, but basically going into the day, going to the higher time frames, as you can see, my balance is a negative 772. My max loss limit is 1,804, so about $1,000 into $1,000 into drawdown, excuse me. But this is what we saw going into the day. So not much on the 4-hour time frame. We can't see that we're pushing up. We have this high right here, and then we also go down to the 1-hour time frame. We just have bullish structure going right here, and we're respecting this gap right here and rejecting off of it. And then we had CPI, and that was pretty bullish. So if we drop down to the 1-minute time frame, honestly, we were either looking to long back to this top right here from CPI, or we were planning on taking the data low right here, data low from CPI. And those were my 2 draw on liquidities. We could have made a push up to this all-time high right up here, but that was pretty far away. But yeah, basically waiting for market open, seeing where we start displacing, and market open right here at 6:30. So we would displace 6:30 right here. We just displaced down, and then we made a move back up with some nice volume. So after seeing this candle right here, I could have gone a mid-entry candle like right here, and then go break even right here after taking this high, and target this high right here. But I'm not the best at entering mid candle. I like to try to stay patient. But if we are close to a draw on liquidity, I will try to take a mid candle, which is what I did exactly right here. So basically we made a push up, and then I want to see these fair value gaps get respected. So we basically had a retracement right here. We tapped into this 1-minute fair value gap right here. Let me mark that out for you guys. Tapped in this 1-minute fair value gap, and then we rejected off right here, and then I entered mid candle, this candle right here. And then my plan was to move break even at this high, which is what I did. We had a 26-point stop loss right here. I risked 1 contract on this trade, 1 mini on this trade, and I was initially targeting this high right here, but realized it's probably safer to just target right here, just because we could probably start rejecting once we hit this high right here. And so once we hit this break even point right here, I moved my stops to break even right here, and we got edged break even, and we started pushing up. So once we started pushing up after here, I thought we were good to go. I thought we were going to hit our TP nothing was really stopping us from hitting our TP. There were really no fair value gaps that we could reject off of. So I thought we were in the clear of hitting our TP, but basically we got this little bearish candle right here, and apparently Trump said something that caused the markets to fall down, but that is exactly why we go break even once we hit a internal high. It's because something like this can happen. We basically Drake candle down, and yeah, we would have been stopped out if we didn't move to breaking. So we avoided that loss right there. And so next thing after that, we want to see data lows get taken out. We started displacing down. We could have gotten an entry right here. It's a little risky, but entry right here, break even right here, targeting this low. But the A plus setup of the day that I missed out on was this setup right here. So I could have taken a short to the data lows if I'd taken a mid entry candle right here. We were rejecting off this fair value gap right here, and I could have gone a entry mid candle, but I'm not the greatest at taking mid entry candle. So TP right here, stop right here, that would have been a 1 to 4.4 trade, which is pretty solid. But we missed out on that trade, and this is the trade I ended up taking a loss on, this next trade. I'm not gonna lie, since I missed out on this trade right here, I did feel some FOMO, and I was pretty upset that I missed out on this is a pretty good setup. I waited for, I wanted a candle closure, and with this candle closure right here, that just, the risk reward does not make sense. If I were to take it right here, stops right here, TP right here, just doesn't make sense to take. So I was pretty upset with myself that I missed out on that trade, and I started chasing price. So I dropped down to the 1 hour time frame, and I saw where else we can displace to. So right here we had this swing low right here that I thought we can target and hit. So basically going back to the 1 minute time frame, we kept displacing. I saw this big displacement candle right here, and I thought, okay, it looks like we can displace lower. So we started getting a little retrace, and I looked at and went to the 3 minute time frame to see if we were having fair value gaps, and we had this 3 minute fair value gap that I had marked out right here. So at the time we had this 3 minute gap, and I saw that we tapped into it, and come back, I saw that we had tapped into it right here, and then had rejected off it with this candle. And then I tried, basically, since I saw that we had this mid candle right here, if I had entered mid candle right here, and it would have kept on displacing to TP, that is exactly what happened here. I told you I'm not the best entering mid candle, because I basically entered mid candle on this trade. I entered right here. I bottom ticked this trade right here. And at the time it was right here. I thought this is my break even point right here. So I thought we were going to keep displacing down, go break even once it hits this point. But basically right when I entered, it started retracing back up, and yeah, took a loss in like 30 seconds basically, just because I entered this mid candle and it went straight to stop loss right after. So yeah, that was my mistake. I need to be more disciplined. I don't like taking mid candle trade just because stuff like this happens more often than not. So gonna stick to entering on candle closures. This was a 1.84 hour trade, but yeah, also learning from a mistake, we did just take a pretty big draw on liquidity with this data low, so there is a chance that we're going to reject off of it, and that is exactly what we did. Actually, we rejected off it, went to my original draw on liquidities for the day and more, if you can see. But yeah, learn from my mistakes. Once we take a pretty big draw on liquidity, there is a chance that we're going to reject off of it. And if we were to target this draw on liquidity, you would want to see more confirmation that we're going to go down. If I wait for a candle closure and we actually, if say we close down here, I would have more conviction that we're going to displace through. If we had a full candle closure down at this wick where I took my trade at, there'd be a probably bigger, higher chance that we follow through to this at least break-even point and get a break-even trade. But I'm learning from my mistakes. I journaled that in my journal. Just the best thing you got to do when taking trades and when you're still learning and trying to become a profitable trader is just journaling everything that you do, setting yourself accountable for your mistakes and just learning from them. Luckily, I didn't over risk on this trade. I only took one mini and that was a $360 loss. And yeah, I'm not gonna let this loss affect me. Just need to move on from it and learn from it. And I still have $1,000 left for drawdown. I've been in this position before. I've been $1,600 in drawdown and I got myself out of it. So basically, just don't let this trade affect me, learn from it, and from now on I need to take better setups, wait for more confirmations, and need to wait for candle closures. So that is the video for today. Just a little trade recap with a little bit of psychology added into it. I'm not gonna let this trade affect me and make me feel like I have self-doubt, because at the end of the day I do know I can be a profitable trader. I just need to stick to my rules, and we're always learning and always growing from our mistakes. But if you enjoyed the video, I appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and subscribe just to follow my journey as a day trader. I'm basically trying to post my trade recaps and trying to document the journey to becoming a profitable day trader. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next video.